Hey there, beautiful souls. Welcome to ZenLight 8, your sanctuary in a world that never stops spinning. I'm so glad you've landed here, because today, we're stepping into something ancient, something fierce, something that could change everything. The wisdom of Sun Tzu, the warrior philosopher who turned chaos into conquest over 2,000 years ago. Life's a battlefield, isn't it? Deadlines loom like enemy lines, doubts creep like spies in the night, and every day feels like a fight to stay steady. But what if the real war isn't out there? What if it's in here, in the wilds of your mind? At ZenLight 8, we don't just survive the storm, we master it. And Sun Tzu's Art of War is our map. This isn't about swords or soldiers. It's about you, facing the battles of work, love, and self with a mind sharper than steel. Over 14 lessons, we're diving deep into secrets men learn too late. How to hide your strength till the moment's ripe. How to know yourself so no enemy can shake you. How to win before the fight even starts. We'll dance through chaos, bend like water, and break wills without a blow. 14 steps to turn your inner spark into an unshakable flame. Imagine this, a day where fear strikes and you smile. I've got this. A moment where the world shifts and you shift faster. A life where every challenge bows because you command the game. Here at ZenLight 8, we're not chasing noise, we're crafting calm. The kind that cuts through clutter and lights your way. Picture Alexander outsmarting empires, Nelson turning tides with a whisper. These aren't legends, they're lessons, and they're yours. From masking your moves to leading with heart, from sifting trust to forging belief, we're walking this together, your tribe of light seekers, right here. So, grab a quiet corner, maybe a tea, and let's begin. Hit subscribe, tap that bell, join us for Master Your Mind, Master Your Life. 14 timeless lessons from Sun Tzu's Art of War. This isn't just a series, it's a shift, a chance to conquer not the world, but yourself. Ready to light your path? Lesson 1 starts now. Welcome to ZenLight 8, where warriors of the soul are born. Hide your strength and intent. In a world that thrives on appearances, where every move is watched and every word weighed, the art of deception becomes a silent weapon. Sun Tzu, the ancient Chinese strategist whose words echo through millennia, opens his timeless treatise with a principle as simple as it is profound. Appear weak when you are strong, and strong when you are weak. Keep your plans as dark and impenetrable as the deepest night, and when the moment comes to act, fall upon your enemy like a thunderbolt, swift and unstoppable. This isn't mere trickery, it's mastery, a deliberate dance of perception and power that turns the battlefield, whether literal or metaphorical, into your domain. To defeat your enemy, be it a rival, a challenge, or your own doubts, you must first control what they see, shrouding your true strength and intent until the strike is inevitable. This is not about brute force. It's about the mind, the shadow, the sudden flash that ends the fight before it truly begins. The power of perception. Imagine a game of chess. The board lies open, pieces poised, each player scrutinizing the other. You could charge forward, revealing your strategy in a blaze of aggression. But what if your opponent anticipates every step? Sun Tzu understood that perception is the first battlefield. If your enemy believes you are weak, scattered, unprepared, faltering, they lower their guard, misjudge their moves, and leave themselves exposed. Conversely, if they see you as strong, confident, unyielding, formidable, they hesitate, second-guess, and falter. Neither reflects your true state. Both serve your purpose. I felt this in my own life. Years ago, starting a small project, I faced doubters, colleagues who saw me as untested, unlikely to succeed. I didn't boast or argue. I listened, nodded, let them assume I was outmatched. Behind that quiet, I worked. Late nights, steady plans, small wins stacking unseen. When the project launched, strong and polished, their surprise was my victory. Sun Tzu's wisdom held. I appeared weak when strong, and the results spoke louder than any bravado could have. This principle isn't about dishonesty, it's about strategy. In war, a general might send scouts to feign retreat, luring the enemy into a trap. In life, you might understate your readiness, letting others underestimate you until your actions prove them wrong. Perception shapes reality. Control it and you control the fight. The mask of weakness. Appearing weak when strong is a calculated art. It's the predator crouching low, muscles coiled but unseen, waiting for the prey to wander close. History offers a vivid lesson. In 1410, at the Battle of Grunwald, the Polish-Lithuanian forces faced the Teutonic Knights, a formidable order clad in gleaming armor. The knights, confident in their might, expected a frontal clash. Instead, the Allied commanders staged a retreat, drawing the knights into a sprawling chase. Exhausted and overextended, the knights fell to an ambush. Strength masked as weakness turned the tide. The victory wasn't in their numbers. It was in their guile. Apply this to your battles. Negotiating a deal, I once let the other side think I was desperate. Pausing, hesitating, hinting at limits. They pushed, overconfident, offering terms I'd quietly angled for all along. My weakness was a mask. Their misstep was my gain. Sun Tzu's counsel thrives here. When strong, shroud it. Let your enemy see a faltering step, a wavering voice, then strike when they've committed to the illusion. The facade of strength. Conversely, appearing strong when weak buys time, sows doubt, and shifts momentum. Think of a wounded animal baring its teeth. Its snarl masks the limp, forcing the hunter to pause. In 1940, during the darkest days of World War II, Britain stood battered, its forces depleted after Dunkirk. Yet Winston Churchill's voice roared over the radio, defiant and unshaken. "We shall fight on the beaches. We shall never surrender." The words weren't backed by immediate might. Britain teetered, but they painted a fortress where rubble stood. Hitler hesitated, and that pause gave Britain room to regroup. Strength projected from weakness altered the war's course. In my own moments, I've leaned on this. Facing a deadline with a half-formed plan, I'd present calm. Firm emails, steady updates, hiding the scramble beneath. Colleagues rallied, trusting the facade, and the work came together. Sun Tzu knew when weak, stand tall. Let your enemy or your challenge see a wall, not a crack, and you'll carve the space to mend. Plans dark as night. Hiding strength or weakness is only half the game. Your intent must vanish into shadow. Let your plans be dark and impenetrable as night. Sun Tzu urged, a directive to cloak your purpose until it's too late for counterplay. In war, this might mean silent marches under cover of darkness, feints masking the true target. In life, it's subtler but no less potent. I once planned a career shift, months of study, quiet networking, while keeping my daily role steady. No one saw it coming. When I moved, it was done. A thunderbolt to those who'd assumed I'd stay put. This secrecy isn't paranoia, it's precision. Reveal too much and your enemy adapts, rivals counter, obstacles harden. Sun Tzu's genius lies in timing. Darkness holds until the strike. Think of a poker player, face blank, cards close, opponents guess, falter, fold. Your plans are your hand. Play them when the table's yours. The thunderbolt strike, and then the move. When you move, fall like a thunderbolt. Speed and force, unleashed from shadow, end the fight. At Gaugamela in 331 BCE, Alexander the Great faced Darius III's vast Persian army. Outnumbered, outmatched. He hid his cavalry's strength, luring Darius into a stretched line. Then, like lightning, Alexander's wedge crashed through, shattering the center. The Persians broke not from size, but from suddenness, strength veiled, then revealed. Life demands this too. Launching that project, I waited, refined, tested, then rolled it out fast, complete, undeniable. A friend pitched a business, months of groundwork silent, then a debut that stunned competitors. Sun Tzu's thunderbolt isn't rash. It's ready, striking when the enemy's guard is down. Plans ripe, moment right. The mind behind the mask. This strategy hinges on self-knowledge. If you know the enemy and know yourself, you need not fear the result of 100 battles, Sun Tzu said. Hiding strength or intent falters without understanding your limits, your edge. I learned this the hard way. Early on, I'd bluff strength without a plan, and cracks showed. Know your weakness to mask it. Know your strength to wield it. Study your enemy too, their habits, their blind spots. That negotiation, I watched their haste played to it. Victory starts in the mind, not the move. Beyond the battlefield. This isn't just war, it's life. Your enemy might be a rival, a job's demands, a fear within. Appear weak when strong. Let critics underestimate, then surpass. Appear strong when weak. Project calm in crisis, then solve it. Keep plans dark. Build quietly, reveal fully. Strike like thunder. Act decisively when ready. I've used this raising a family. Calm amid tantrums. Plans for growth unseen. Swift moves to teach. It's universal. Control perception, control the game. The cost of exposure. Fail this and you pay. Show strength too soon, arrogance invites attack. Show weakness unchecked. Pity turns to prey. Plans leak, counterplans rise. Delay the strike, opportunity slips. Sun Tzu warned, the whole secret lies in confusing the enemy. Clarity for them is chaos for you. I've lost by oversharing, ideas stolen, efforts undercut. Hide, wait, move, win. A daily practice. Live it. 5 minutes. Reflect. What's my strength today? Mask it, quiet effort, not boasts. What's my weakness? Project steady, not strain. Plans, write, conceal. Action, plan slow, strike fast. I do this morning, what's my thunder? Night, did I hide? Small, steady, mastery grows. The triumph of shadows. Hiding strength and intent isn't weak. It's wise. Dreams bloom unseen. Pain fuels silent. Values guide secret. Then lightning falls. Churchill's voice, Alexander's wedge. My project's launch, victory from shadow. You're not loud, you're lethal, not brash. You're brilliant. Sun Tzu's way isn't force. It's finesse. A mind that wins before the sword. Call to master. What's your mask? Strength veiled, weakness cloaked, choose. Plans dark, craft them. Thunder ready, unleash it. You've battles, work, love, self. Hide, move, win. Sun Tzu didn't fight fair, he fought smart. You don't need might, you need this. The world sees what you show what wins. Conquer not with noise, but with night, then strike. Know yourself, know your enemy. Victory begins not with the clash of steel or the rush of action, but in the quiet of understanding. After mastering the art of hiding your strength and intent, appearing weak when strong, strong when weak, and striking like a thunderbolt from the shadows, you've set the stage. Now, Sun Tzu draws you deeper. If you know the enemy and know yourself, you need not fear the result of 100 battles. This isn't a call to reckless courage. It's a promise of certainty, rooted in awareness. To know yourself is to grasp your strengths, your limits, your purpose. To know your enemy is to see through their facade, to step into their mind and uncover their vulnerabilities. Become them, Sun Tzu urges, not to mimic, but to understand, to find the cracks where your thunderbolt will land. Building on the deception of the first lesson, this is the knowledge that turns strategy into triumph, ensuring you face no fight unprepared, no challenge unconquered. The foundation of fearlessness. Fear thrives in the unknown. Picture a battlefield shrouded in mist, soldiers tense, uncertain of their foes' numbers, their own readiness. Now imagine the mist lifting. You see your lines, disciplined and poised. You see the enemy, scattered and strained. Fear dissolves. Sun Tzu's genius lies here. Knowledge banishes dread. 100 battles, he says. Not 1 or 2, but a lifetime of conflicts, each met with confidence when you hold this dual clarity. I felt this shift. Years ago, pitching a project to a skeptical team, I trembled. Will they reject it? Am I enough? The unknown gripped me. Then I paused, studied myself first. My skills, my preparation. Then them, their doubts, their needs. Fear faded. I spoke. They listened. The win came. Hiding my intent set the trap. Knowing myself and them sprang it. This isn't bravado, it's preparation. The bedrock of Sun Tzu's way. Knowing yourself, the inner mirror. To know yourself is to turn the mirror inward, unflinching. It's not just your strengths, speed, wit, resilience, but your weaknesses too: impatience, doubt, haste. Sun Tzu demands honesty. Without this, your mask of strength crumbles, your plans falter. I learned this early, overconfident in a debate. I've got this, until my temper flared, exposing a flaw I'd ignored. Victory slipped, the lesson stuck. Know your edge, yes, but know your ledge too, where you might fall. History echoes this. In 1805, at Austerlitz, Napoleon faced a larger Austro-Russian army. He knew his force, mobile, loyal, seasoned, and his limits. Stretched supply lines, weary men. That self-awareness shaped his feint. He ceded the Pratzen Heights, appearing weak, luring the enemy down. His strength, swift counterattack, struck when they overreached. Napoleon didn't guess himself. He knew. You must too. What drives you? Ambition, love, truth. What trips you? Pride, fear, haste. List them, study them. Your battle starts here. Knowing your enemy, the mind's eye. To know your enemy is to see beyond their armor, into their thoughts, their fears, their flaws. Become your enemy. Sun Tzu says, not to wear their cloak, but to walk their path, feel their pulse. In war, this might mean scouting their camp, noting their morale. In life, it's subtler, watching, listening, piecing together their game. I faced a rival once, sharp, ambitious, always a step ahead. I didn't curse. I studied his haste, his need to shine. Becoming him meant seeing his weakness, impatience. I waited, let him rush, then moved when he stumbled. Take Hannibal at Cannae, 216 BCE. Outnumbered by Rome's legions, he knew his Carthaginian army. Fierce cavalry, thin center, and Rome's. Disciplined, rigid, proud. He became them, predicting their push, their trust in numbers. His center yielded, a trap, his wings enveloped. Rome fell not to force, but to Hannibal's insight. Your enemy, a boss, a doubt, a habit, has cracks. Watch, what do they chase? Where do they bend? Knowledge turns shadow into strike. The dance of dual awareness. This isn't one or the other, it's both intertwined. Hide your strength, yes, but know it first. Cloak your intent, but see theirs. Without self-knowledge, your mask is hollow, weakness leaks, plans fray. Without enemy insight, your thunderbolt misses, strength wastes, timing lags. I faltered here, charging a goal blind to my exhaustion, blind to others' moves. Sun Tzu's 100 battles need this dance. You and them mirrored, mastered. In 1944, at Normandy, the Allies hid their invasion scope, deception from lesson 1. But they knew themselves, vast resources, meticulous plans. They knew Hitler. Paranoid, overstretched, trusting false reports. D-Day struck, swift, sure, because awareness guided the blow. Your life's battles, work, love, self, pivot on this. Know your fuel, your flaws. Know their haste, their holes. Fear has no foothold when you see all. Finding the weakness. Become your enemy to find their vulnerable spots. Sun Tzu advises, a hunter's eye in a strategist's mind. This builds on deception. You've veiled your intent. Now pierce theirs. I once negotiated with a client. Tough, guarded. I became them. Felt their pressure, their need to win. Their weakness, ego. I flattered, waited. They overplayed, I gained. It's not malice, it's method. Watch. A rival brags, prides their gap. A fear grips, panics their chink. Probe subtly, ask, observe, test. Their mask slips, your move lands. Zhuge Liang, the Three Kingdoms genius, lived this. Facing Sima Yi's larger army, he sat atop his city's gate, playing a lute calm, exposed. Sima Yi, knowing Zhuge's cunning, smelled a trap, retreated. Zhuge became Sima, saw his caution, won without a sword. Your enemy's weakness isn't always obvious. Become them, and it glows. Beyond war, life's enemies. Your enemy isn't always flesh. Sometimes it's time, doubt, routine. I fought procrastination. Knew my laziness, my excuses. Knew its pull, its tricks. Becoming it meant feeling its lure, later's fine, then countering. Now's mine. No fear, just fight. A job's pressure? Know your grit, their haste, win steady. A relationship's strain? Know your heart, their hurt, mend smart. Sun Tzu's battles stretch wide, knowing clears the mist. The cost of ignorance. Ignore this and peril looms. If you ignore both your enemy and yourself, you are certain to be in peril. Sun Tzu warns. I've paid rushing blind, undone by unseen flaws, unseen foes. Napoleon at Waterloo ignored his fatigue, Wellington's guile lost. Knowledge isn't luxury, it's life. Hide without knowing, and your mask cracks. Strike without seeing, and you miss. Fear rules the blind, mastery rules the wise. A daily practice. Live it. 10 minutes, alone. Who am I today? Strengths list, focus, calm. Weaknesses note, haste, doubt. Then, who's my enemy? A task, a rival, watch. Their rush, their gap. Plan, where's their crack? I do, morning, what's my edge? Night, what's theirs? Small. I'm steady, their rash winds stack. Deception veiled. Knowledge strikes. The reward of clarity. This knowing shifts all. Dreams root fearless, firm. Pain bends, weakness seen, turned. Values guide, enemies fade. I face no fight unsure, myself mapped, them pierced. Napoleon's heights, Hannibal's sweep, yours too. Sun Tzu's 100 battles aren't luck. They're light, cast by awareness. You're not guessing, you're gripping. Call to know. What's your mirror? Strengths, claim them. Flaws, face them. Your enemy, step in, see through. Hide your intent, yes, but know it. Strike swift, but see first. Battles, work, heart, soul, wait. Know, then win. Sun Tzu didn't fear, he foresaw. You don't need might, you need mind. The mist lifts, the field's yours. Conquer fear, conquer all. Win before you fight. The clash of swords, the roar of conflict, the chaos of the battlefield. These are not where wars are won. Sun Tzu, the ancient master of strategy, unveils a truth that shifts the ground beneath every fight. Victorious warriors win first and then go to war, while defeated warriors go to war first and then seek to win. After learning to hide your strength and intent, and to know yourself and your enemy, this lesson crowns the trilogy. Victory is not a matter of chance or brute force, but of preparation, a triumph forged in the mind before a single step is taken. The wise don't stumble into battle hoping for luck. They secure the outcome in silence, in thought, in strategy, and only then do they strike. The foolish rush in, blind and brash, scrambling for a win they've already lost. To win before you fight is to master the unseen, ensuring that when the moment arrives, the battle is but a formality. The mind as the first arena. Picture two generals on the eve of battle. One sits in his tent, maps spread, mind sharp, every move plotted, every contingency weighed. The other paces outside, restless, trusting his sword and his grit. No plan beyond the charge. The clash comes. The first stands victorious, the second lies broken, not because of strength but foresight. Sun Tzu's wisdom pivots here. The fight begins not with fists or blades, but with thought. Win in your head, and the body follows. Lose there, and no courage can save you. I've lived this divide. Early in my career, I'd leap into tasks, meetings, projects, fueled by enthusiasm, no prep beyond I'll figure it out. Too often I floundered, questions I couldn't answer, gaps I couldn't fill. Then I shifted. Before a pitch, I'd sit, think, what's my goal? What's their doubt? I'd rehearse, refine, see the win first. The room changed. I spoke, they nodded, success landed. Hiding my intent set the stage. Knowing myself and them lit the path, this sealed it. Victory starts within. The victorious mindset. What does it mean to win first? It's not wishful thinking, it's deliberate design. Sun Tzu's victorious warrior doesn't hope. He knows. He's mapped the terrain, literal or not, seen the enemy's flaws, tested his own strength. In 490 BCE at Marathon, the Athenians faced a Persian horde, outnumbered, outgeared. General Miltiades didn't charge blind. He studied Persian lines thin at the edges, his own men fierce in phalanx. He won in his mind. Reinforce the wings, let the center yield, encircle. The fight followed. Persia fell. The win was his before the dust rose. In life, this translates. Facing a tough talk. Say a breakup. I once rushed in emotional, unready. Words tangled, hurt grew. Later, I learned. Pause, plan, what's my aim? Peace, not spite. I saw her side, my calm, the outcome, closure. When we spoke, it flowed. The win was set. Deception masks your move. Knowledge guides it, this locks it. You don't fight to win, you fight because you've won. The defeated rush. Contrast the defeated. They plunge into war. No groundwork, no vision. They seek to win, Sun Tzu says. After the fact, clawing for a foothold as the tide turns. I've been this fool, starting a business idea, all passion, no plan. Competitors outpaced, funds dried. I scrambled. Too late. History mirrors this. In 1812, Napoleon invaded Russia, dazzled by his past, blind to winter, logistics, resistance. He fought first, won battles, lost the war. The defeated don't prepare. They react, and reaction is ruin. You've seen it. A friend argues hot-headed, loses ground. A colleague pitches half-baked, falters. The rush is loud, I'll handle it, but hollow. Sun Tzu's thunderbolt strikes from shadow, from knowing, this stumbles in daylight, exposed. Victory slips from the hasty. It clings to the steady. Preparation as power. Winning first demands preparation, mental, meticulous, unseen. Let your plans be dark. Lesson 1 taught. Know your enemy. Lesson 2 added. This ties them. Before marathon, Miltiades didn't boast. He drilled, positioned, waited. Before my pitch, I didn't wing it. I wrote, cut, practiced. Preparation isn't action. It's foundation. Sun Tzu's warrior sharpens his mind like a blade. Tests it in silence, strikes when honed. Apply this, a job interview looms. Don't walk in cold, see it first. What's their need? My fit? Research, rehearse, your answers crisp, their questions met. The win's yours before the handshake. Family clash bruise, what's my goal? Harmony. Plan your words, your tone. The fight ends before it starts. This isn't guesswork. It's groundwork. The mind's quiet war won. Seeing the end game. To win first, visualize the end. Sun Tzu's victor doesn't just plan moves, he sees outcomes. In 1800, at Marengo, Napoleon trailed, his army battered, Austrian confidence high. He didn't panic. He foresaw. Reinforcements near, enemies stretched. He held, struck when they broke. Victory was his in thought, then fact. I've done this small. A tight deadline, I'll fail, shifted to I'll finish. I saw the steps, the calm, the done. It came. Knowing yourself sets the stage. Seeing the win builds the play. Practice it. Before a challenge, what's victory? Clear desk, signed deal, mended bond. See it, feel it, then walk it. Deception hides the how. Knowledge finds the where, this claims the when. The endgame's yours before the game begins. The cost of blindness. Rush blind and you pay. Defeated warriors seek to win. Mid-fight, mid-fall. Napoleon's Russia bled, hunger, cold, retreat because he didn't see. My early flops burned. Time lost, trust cracked because I didn't plan. Sun Tzu warns. The unprepared don't win, they survive if lucky. A hasty word cuts deeper. A rash move costs more. Victory's cheap when won first. Defeat's dear when sought late. Beyond the sword. This isn't just war. It's life. Your battle might be a goal, win the client. See it, they sign, I deliver, plan it, research, pitch, do it. Or a fear, I'll falter. See, I stand, I speak. Prepare, breathe, practice, win. A habit, I'll quit. See, I'm free, plan steps, support done. Sun Tzu's field is yours, work, love, self. Win first, fight after. A daily forge, live it. 10 minutes, still, what's my fight? Goal, see it won. Enemy, know their gap. Me, know my grip. Plan, how's it mine? I do, morning, what's my win? Night, did I see it? Small, I spoke, they heard, builds big. Deception veils, knowledge pierces, this triumphs. The reward of foresight, this shifts all. Dreams root, won before chased. Pain bends, planned, not feared. Knowledge grows, victory's sure. I face no clash blind, end seen, path set. Miltiades' charge, Napoleon's hold, yours too. Sun Tzu's win isn't luck. It's sight, claimed silent. You're not hoping, you're having. A call to prevail. What's your war? See it, win it now. Mind first, it's mine, then move. Hide your strike, know your foe, this seals it. Battles wait, work, heart, will. Win before, fearless, firm. Sun Tzu didn't fight, he finished. You don't need chance, you need choice. The field's set, the win's yours. Claim it. Use chaos as opportunity. The world rarely stands still. Winds howl, plans unravel, voices clash. Chaos is the constant companion of life, a storm that sweeps through battlefields and boardrooms alike. After learning to hide your strength, to know yourself and your enemy, and to win in your mind before the fight begins, Sun Tzu unveils a new layer of mastery. In the midst of chaos, there is also opportunity. This isn't a call to fear disorder or to fight against it. It's an invitation to embrace it, to see the cracks where others see collapse. Opportunities don't wait in calm waters. They multiply in the tumult, ripe for those bold enough to seize them. Building on the quiet preparation of the earlier lessons, this principle turns the unpredictable into your ally, transforming the swirl of confusion into the stage for your triumph. The nature of chaos. Imagine a battlefield engulfed in smoke. Soldiers stumble, orders falter, lines break. To most, it's ruin. To Sun Tzu, it's a canvas. Chaos isn't the absence of order, it's the disruption of expectation, a moment where the rigid bend and the certain waver. In life, this might be a sudden loss. A job gone, a plan upended, or a clash. A rival's move, a family's strain. I've stood in this haze. A project imploded, deadlines shifted, teams scattered. Panic loomed, but then I saw chaos wasn't my enemy. It was my opening. Sun Tzu's genius lies in this reframe. Where others see threat, he sees chance. Disorder blinds the unprepared, those who rush to fight, as Lesson 3 warned, but it illuminates the wise. Hiding your intent sets the trap, knowing your foe finds the mark. This turns the storm into your strike. Opportunity doesn't knock in silence. It whispers in the whirlwind. Opportunity in disruption. History proves this truth. In 1941, Pearl Harbor plunged the United States into chaos. Ships sunk, morale shaken, war forced upon a nation unready. Yet Franklin Roosevelt saw beyond the wreckage. A fractured enemy overextended, a people united by shock. He didn't flinch, he seized, rallied, rebuilt, struck. The chaos of defeat birthed the opportunity for victory. A tide turned not by luck, but by vision. Japan misjudged. America multiplied. I felt this shift smaller. That project's collapse. Team in disarray, clients restless. Could have buried me. Instead, I paused. What's here? Gaps to fill, trust to earn, a reset to lead. I acted, reorganized, reassured, delivered. Chaos handed me a chance. Seizing it handed me the win. Sun Tzu's maxim holds, disruption isn't doom. It's doorways, opening wider as you step through. The multiplication of chances. Opportunities multiply as they are seized. Sun Tzu adds, a chain reaction of advantage. Take one, and more emerge. Hesitate, and they vanish. At Gaugamela in 331 BCE, Alexander the Great faced Darius III's vast army. Chaos loomed, numbers against him. He hid his cavalry's strength, Lesson 1, knew Darius's pride, Lesson 2, and saw victory first, Lesson 3. The chaos of battle, Persian lines stretching, dust rising, was his ground. He seized. A feint drew them thin. A charge broke their heart. One move opened another, flanks collapsed, rout followed. Victory multiplied from a single grasp. In my life, this rings true. A missed deadline once threw a client into panic. Chaos. I seized, called, calmed, reworked fast. Trust grew. They offered more work. One chance taken birthed 3. Sun Tzu's storm isn't static. It swells for the swift. See, act, gain, repeat. The mindset of the opportunist. To use chaos, shift your lens. Most freeze, this is too much, or flee. I'll wait it out. Sun Tzu's warrior steps forward. What's mine? It's not blind optimism. It's trained sight. I've trained this. A friendship frayed, yells, silence, chaos. I didn't curse. I saw their hurt. I'm steady. I reached out, listened, mended. Opportunity hid in the rift. I found it. Winning first prepared me. This propelled me. Think of Steve Jobs. Apple floundered in 1997. Chaos of debt and drift. He didn't despair. He saw, simplify, innovate, lead. The iMac emerged. Then more chaos turned cornerstone. The mindset isn't why me. It's what now? Deception masks your play. Knowledge spots the flaw. This grabs the gain. Seizing the moment. Seizing isn't rash. It's ready. Move swift as the wind. Sun Tzu later says, but only when you've seen. Pearl Harbor's aftermath wasn't instant. Roosevelt planned, then pounced. My project's reset wasn't haste. I assessed, then moved. Chaos offers. Preparation takes. A market dips. Others sell. You study. What's undervalued? Buy low, win big. A rival stumbles. Don't gloat. Act. What's their gap? Fill it. Rise. Opportunities fleeting. Know it. Seize it. In 1805, at Trafalgar, Admiral Nelson faced a larger Franco-Spanish fleet. Chaos of numbers. See. He saw. Their line slow, his ships bold. He seized. Split their formation, struck hard. Victory multiplied, half their fleet gone, his legend born. Chaos was his sea, he sailed it. The chaos within. Chaos isn't just out there. It's in here. Doubt swirls. I can't. Fear churns. I'll fail. Sun Tzu's lesson stretches. Use it. I've battled this. Nights of worry, plans stalled. Then I saw chaos of mind is chance too. I'm shaken. Good. I seized, wrote through fear, acted past doubt. Opportunity multiplied, clarity came, work grew. Know yourself, your storms, your spark. A friend lost her job. Panic hit. She didn't sink. She saw time's mine. She seized, learned, pivoted, thrived. Inner chaos isn't end. It's edge. Win it first, then wield it. The cost of standing still. Miss this and you drown. Opportunities multiply as they are seized. Ignore them and they shrink. Napoleon at Leipzig, 1813. Chaos of coalition armies, his force frayed. He froze, didn't see, didn't grab, lost. I've paid too. A chance passed, I'll wait, gone. Sun Tzu warns. Chaos favors the bold. The timid sink. Hesitate and the storm buries you. Beyond war, life storms. This isn't just battle, it's breath. Career shifts, chaos. See new path? Seize. Upskill. Leap. A bond breaks, turbulence. See growth? Seize. Heal. Build. A goal slips, mess. See lesson? Seize, adjust, push. Sun Tzu's field is yours. Work, love, self. Chaos isn't foe, it's fuel. A daily hunt. Live it. 5 minutes. Still, what's chaos today? Delay, clash, doubt, list. What's here? Chance, name it, reset. Mend. Rise. Seize, small, call, start. Breathe. I do, morning. What's swirling? Night, what did I take? Tiny, I moved, turns tide. Deception hides, knowledge sees, this claims. The reward of vision. This shifts all. Dreams ride storms, chaos lifts, not sinks. Pain turns, disorder fuels, not foils. Winds stack, chance breeds chance. I face no mess blind, opportunity glows. Nelson's waves, Jobs' comeback, yours too. Sun Tzu's chaos isn't curse. It's crown, worn by the wakeful. You're not tossed, you're taking. A call to seize. What's your storm? Work shakes, heart quakes. See it. Chance hides, find it. Move swift, sure, claim it. Hide your play, know your foe, win your mind, this multiplies. Chaos waits, work, soul, world. Seize it, fearless, fierce. Sun Tzu didn't flinch, he flourished. You don't need calm, you need this. The whirlwind's yours. Ride it. Control your enemy. In the dance of conflict, power lies not just in striking, but in shaping the steps your enemy takes before the blow lands. Sun Tzu, the timeless strategist, builds on the foundations of hiding your intent, knowing your foe, winning in your mind, and seizing chaos with a new layer of mastery. When the enemy is relaxed, make them toil. When full, starve them. When settled, make them move. This isn't about brute force, it's about control, a subtle art of disruption that turns their comfort into vulnerability. By unsettling their balance, you force them to reveal their weaknesses, opening the path for your attack. Following the quiet preparation and opportunity of earlier lessons, this principle hands you the reins, ensuring that when the thunderbolt falls, it strikes a foe already staggered, their defenses laid bare by your design. The art of disruption. Imagine a rival at ease, confident, rested, secure in their position. Their guard is down, their focus soft. Now picture them scrambling. Tired, hungry, uprooted, clarity gone, flaws exposed. Sun Tzu's insight is this: control isn't just about your strength. It's about their weakness, provoked by your hand. Exhaust them when they relax, deny them when they're satisfied, shift them when they're still. These moves don't win the fight outright. They set the stage for your victory. I've seen this work. Facing a competitor in a tight project race, they strutted relaxed, sure of their lead. I didn't clash head-on. I stirred, asked questions, shifted deadlines, nudged chaos. They toiled, stretched thin. I struck, delivered sharp, swift. Their ease became my edge. Hiding my intent veiled my play, knowing them found their pulse. This broke their rhythm. Control is the prelude to conquest, exhausting the relaxed. When the enemy is relaxed, make them toil. Rest is a luxury. Strip it away and strength wanes. In 216 BCE at Cannae, Hannibal faced Rome's legions. Proud, rested, numerous. He didn't charge. He baited skirmishers harried, terrain slowed, heat wore. Rome toiled, fatigued. His trap closed, their exhaustion his ally. Victory wasn't in numbers, it was in weariness, forced by his will. In my life, this translates. A colleague once coasted, relaxed, overconfident in a shared task. I didn't compete. I complicated. Extra calls, tight checks, subtle pressure. He tired, slipped. I surged, steady. Sun Tzu's toil isn't loud. It's steady, a grind that dulls their blade. Know their ease, make it work. Starving the full. When full, starve them. Satisfaction breeds complacency. Hunger sharpens desperation. In 1942, during Stalingrad, the Soviet Red Army encircled Germany's Sixth Army. Well-fed, dug in, smug. Stalin didn't storm, he starved. Cut supplies, waited. Fullness turned to famine. Morale cracked. Surrender followed. Control came not from guns, but from want. I've used this too. A client, flush with options, stalled, will decide later. I didn't push. I pulled, hinted at scarcity, tightened timelines. Their fullness starved, we need this now, they signed. Chaos offered the chance. This shaped it. Deny their plenty and they bend. Moving the settled. When settled, make them move. Stability is a shield. Shatter it and cracks appear. In 1805 at Austerlitz, Napoleon faced the Austro-Russian coalition, entrenched, secure on the Pratzen Heights. He feigned weakness, lesson 1. Luring them down, settled no more. They moved. He struck, their lines split. Control was his, they danced to his tune. In my world, this fits. A rival team settled, process locked, pace slow. I stirred, new ideas, quick shifts, they scrambled, lost footing. I advanced, firm. Winning first saw the end. This forced the play. Uproot their calm and they stumble into your strike. Exposing the weakness. The goal isn't just disruption, it's revelation. Force them to reveal themselves. Sun Tzu says elsewhere, and here it lands. Toil, starvation, movement peel back their mask. Rome's fatigue showed gaps. Germany's hunger bared despair. The coalition's march exposed flanks. I've watched this. My competitor's rush showed haste. My client's panic showed need. Weaknesses glowed. Hiding sets the trap, knowing finds the spot. This springs it. Apply it. A boss stalls. Tire them with questions, see their limit. A fear grips, starve it with truth, see its root. A habit holds, shift it with change, see its break. Control isn't chaos, it's clarity, their flaw your field. The mind behind the moves. This demands mastery, yourself first, then them. Know yourself, lesson 2 taught. Here, it's your calm against their storm. I faltered, pushed too hard, lost my grip, but learned. Control flows from steadiness. Hannibal stayed cool, Stalin patient, Napoleon poised. You must too disrupt, don't dissolve. Their toil's your tool, wield it wise. Beyond the battlefield. This isn't war alone, it's life. Your enemy might be a rival, relaxed, full, settled. Tire them, extra steps, subtle haste. Starve them, limit their ease, their wins. Move them, shift the game, unsettle their pace. Or it's doubt resting in your mind. Work it, small acts, no rest. Starve it, cut its fuel, no pity. Move it, new thoughts, no pause. Sun Tzu's reins stretch, work, love, self. Control turns foe to friend. The cost of passivity. Let them rest, feed, root, and you lose. Thus the expert moves the enemy. Sun Tzu notes, stillness seeds ground. Rome rested, Germany ate, the coalition sat, defeat followed. I've paid. Left a rival be, they surged. Left a fear lie, it grew. Control demands action, wait, and they win. A daily mastery. Live it. 5 minutes, who's my foe? Task, person, thought, name it. Relaxed, work them, push, probe. Full, starve them, cut, deny. Settled, move them, shift, stir. I do morning, what steady? Night, what did I shake? Small, they slipped, I stood, builds big. Deception hides, knowledge sees, chaos offers, this takes. The reward of command, this shifts all. Dreams rise, foes falter, paths clear. Pain bends, control turns sting to strength. Winds grow, weakness opens doors. I face no fight flat, enemies sway, I strike. Hannibal's circle, Stalin's siege, yours too. Sun Tzu's control isn't force, it's finesse. A hand that turns their weight to yours. You're not pushed, you're pulling. Call to control. What's your enemy? Ease plenty, calm, see it. Disrupt it. Tire, starve, move. Hide your play, know their pulse, win your mind, seize the storm. This rules it. Fights wait, work, heart, will. Control them, firm, fierce. Sun Tzu didn't clash, he crafted. You don't need might, you need this. Their weakness waits. Claim it. The ultimate strategy is not to fight. In a world that glorifies the clash, the raised fist, the decisive blow, Sun Tzu offers a radical summit. The greatest victory requires no battle at all. After mastering the arts of hiding your strength, knowing your enemy, winning in your mind, seizing chaos, and controlling your foe, this lesson crowns the journey. To win 100 victories in 100 battles is not the acme of skill. To subdue the enemy without fighting is the acme of skill. Build them a golden bridge to retreat across, he advises, not to trap, but to free them into surrender. This isn't weakness. It's wisdom, a triumph of strategy over strife. Building on the silent power of earlier lessons, this principle redefines conquest, not as a field strewn with fallen, but as a mind persuaded, a will bent, a fight avoided. The ultimate warrior doesn't draw blood. He draws peace, proving that true dominance lies in the absence of war. The pinnacle of mastery. Picture a battlefield. 2 armies poised, tension thick, swords gleaming. One general charges, counts his kills, claims his crown. Another stands still, speaks once, and the enemy departs, defeated without a scratch. Which is the master? Sun Tzu's answer is clear, the second. 100 victories dazzles, bravery, might, glory, but it's not the peak. The peak is silence. The enemy subdued by your presence, your plan, your patience. I've chased the first, argued to win, pushed to prove, only to find exhaustion, not triumph. Then I learned. A quiet word, a subtle shift, and the fight dissolved. Hiding set the stage, control tilted the board, this ended it. This isn't avoidance, it's artistry. Sun Tzu's acme is efficiency, maximum gain, minimum cost. In 221 BCE, Qin Shi Huang unified China not just with armies, but with diplomacy. Alliances forged, rivals persuaded, wars sidestepped. His empire rose not on endless graves, but on minds won. Victory without fighting is the strategist's crown. The Golden Bridge. Build your opponent a golden bridge to retreat across. This is the key, a path to their defeat that feels like their choice. Force a cornered foe to fight, and they lash out. Offer a way out, and they flee, your will intact. In 207 BCE, Liu Bang faced Xiang Yu, a fiercer warrior, at the Battle of Julu's aftermath. Outmatched, Liu didn't clash. He negotiated, offered terms, land, honor. Xiang retreated, Liu rose. The bridge wasn't weakness, it was win, bloodless and sure. I've lived this. A workplace rival once pressed, aggressive, unyielding. I didn't push back. I stepped aside. Take this task, shine there. He took it, eased off, I advanced elsewhere. Control exhausted him. This released him. Sun Tzu's bridge isn't retreat. It's redirection. Their loss your gain. Winning without war. How do you subdue without striking? It's the sum of all before. Deception masks your strength. Knowledge finds their fear. Preparation sees the end. Chaos opens doors. Control breaks their stance. Then stop. In 1962, during the Cuban Missile Crisis, Kennedy faced Khrushchev, missiles poised, war imminent. He didn't bomb. He hid his resolve, knew Soviet pressure, won in his mind, used the chaos, controlled their options, then offered a bridge. Remove missiles, save face. Khrushchev backed down. No shots fired. Mastery won, not might. In my life, this fits. A family feud brewed, words sharp, pride high. I didn't argue. I saw their hurt, planned. I'll yield this. Offered. Let's rest. Tension faded. I stood firm where it mattered. Fighting's loud. Winning's quiet. Sun Tzu's acme is this: the battle ends before it begins. The power of presence. Subduing without fighting leans on presence, your calm, your certainty, your command. Be extremely subtle. Sun Tzu says elsewhere, and here it shines. A foe surrenders not to force, but to awe. In 480 BCE, at Thermopylae's prelude, Xerxes sent envoys to Sparta, submit or die. Leonidas didn't fight then. His defiance, come take it, shook Persian confidence. Later, at Salamis, Greek subtlety, luring Xerxes into narrow straits, won without a land clash. Presence persuaded. Strategy prevailed. I felt this, a client pushed, now or never. I stood steady, this works, trust me, no rush, no row. They paused, agreed, my calm won. Chaos offered chance, control shaped it, this sealed it bloodless. You don't need noise, you need weight. The cost of combat. Fight every fight, and you bleed time, spirit, strength. No nation benefits from prolonged warfare. Sun Tzu warns. I've paid. Arguments dragged, energy drained, winds hollow. Napoleon's endless wars, Russia, Spain, crumbled his empire. Peace could have kept it. Kennedy's war would have scorched. His bridge cooled. Combat's cost is clear. Even victors limp. Subdue instead, whole you rise. Beyond the blade. This stretches past war, life's your field. A rival looms, don't clash. Offer. Take this, I'll take that, they retreat, you gain. A goal resists, don't force. See where's ease. Sidestep, win. A doubt gnaws, don't wrestle. Yield, rest now, fight later. It fades, you stand. Sun Tzu's peace is yours, work, love, self. Build bridges, not barricades. The mindset of mastery. This demands shift, I don't need to fight. Most crave the brawl, prove, prevail. Sun Tzu's master seeks the end. It's mine, no blood. I've shifted. A debate flared. I'll win, then stopped. I'll wait. They tired, I took. Winning first saw it. This chose it. Chaos stirs, control sways, mastery ends it. A daily craft. Live it. 5 minutes, what's my fight? Task, foe, fear. Name it. Can I not? See, they'll yield here. Offer. Take this, I'll hold. I do, morning. What's tense? Night. Did I ease? Small, they stepped, I stood, builds vast. Deception hides, knowledge sees, control bends, this wins. The reward of silence. This shifts all. Dreams root, no clash, just calm. Pain bends, no scars, just strength. Winds grow, no cost, just gain. I face no fray forced, foes fade, I rise. Liu Bang's terms, Kennedy's pause, yours too. Sun Tzu's acme isn't war. It's will, one without wound. You're not spent, you're supreme. Call to master. What's your battle? Work grinds, hearts clash. See it. End it, not fists but finesse. Hide your play. Know their pulse, win your mind. Seize the storm, sway their step. This stops it. Fights weight, work, soul, world. Subdue them, wise, whole. Sun Tzu didn't slay, he solved. You don't need war, you need this. The bridge shines. They cross, you conquer. Deceive and misdirect. In the theater of conflict, where every glance is measured and every step judged, the greatest weapon is not the one seen, but the one unseen. Sun Tzu, the architect of timeless strategy, builds on the layers of hiding your intent, knowing your enemy, winning in your mind, seizing chaos, controlling your foe, and subduing without fighting with a masterstroke. Be extremely subtle, even to the point of formlessness. Be extremely mysterious, even to the point of soundlessness. Thereby you can be the director of the opponent's fate. This is the art of deception and misdirection, causing confusion so deep that the enemy cannot fathom your aim. Their every move a thread you pull. Following the quiet power of earlier lessons, this principle hands you the reins of destiny. Not through force, but through finesse, turning the battlefield into a stage where you write the script and they dance, unwitting, to your tune. The power of confusion. Imagine an enemy certain of their footing. Plans clear, defenses set, victory in sight. Now picture their world unraveling. Orders clash, allies waver, purpose blurs. Confusion is your ally, a fog you cast to blind them. Sun Tzu's directive isn't chaos for chaos's sake. It's chaos with intent, a shroud that hides your hand while guiding theirs. I felt this shift. Facing a rival sure of their edge, I didn't confront. I clouded. Hints dropped, timelines bent, their certainty frayed. My path cleared. Hiding my strength set the veil. Controlling them stirred the mist. This wove it tight. This isn't trickery, it's triumph. The whole secret lies in confusing the enemy. Sun Tzu says elsewhere, and here it blooms. They cannot fight what they cannot see. In 1944, Operation Fortitude deceived Hitler, fake armies, false signals. Allies landed at Normandy while he stared east. Confusion won. Subtlety ruled. Subtlety to formlessness. Be extremely subtle, even to the point of formlessness. This is your shadow, shapeless, untraceable. Form gives grip, formlessness slips free. In 480 BCE, at Salamis, Themistocles faced Xerxes' vast navy. Persian ships outnumbered, overwhelming. He didn't clash. He whispered, lured Xerxes into tight straits with a traitor's tale, his fleet's strength veiled as retreat. Formless, his intent danced beyond grasp. Xerxes charged, trapped, sank. Subtlety turned tide without a sword. I've wielded this. A project deadline loomed, team tense, stakes high. I didn't push loud, we must. I flowed soft. Let's try this. Quiet shifts, vague nudges. They adjusted, I advanced. Control tired them. This baffled them. Sun Tzu's formlessness isn't weak. It's water, carving stone unseen. Mystery to soundlessness. Be extremely mysterious, even to the point of soundlessness. This is your silence, a void that echoes louder than words. Mystery unnerves. It breeds doubt, fear, missteps. In 207 BCE, Han Xian faced Zhao's army, fortified, smug. He didn't roar. He vanished. Campfires lit, troops gone. Zhao chased shadows. Han struck from behind, soundless till the blow. Mystery moved them. His silence slew them. In my life, this fits. A negotiation stalled. Demands firm, voices sharp. I didn't argue. I paused, silence stretched. Questions hung. They guessed, faltered. I offered, won. Winning first saw the end. Chaos opened doors, this sealed it mute. Soundlessness isn't absence. It's awe, a whisper that screams, directing their fate. Thereby you can be the director of the opponent's fate. This is the prize, there will yours to mold. Subtlety blinds, mystery binds, you steer. At Normandy, Allies directed Hitler. Tanks in Calais, none real, he held, they landed. I've directed too. A rival pressed, I'll take this, I hinted elsewhere. Maybe that, they chased, I claimed. Deception hides your play, knowledge sees their flaw, control sways their step. This scripts their fall. Zhuge Liang's empty city ploy, loot played. Gates wide, directed Sima Yi's fate. Suspicion turned retreat. No arrow flew. Your enemy, a boss, a doubt, moves to your rhythm when they can't hear your beat. The craft of misdirection. Misdirection isn't random. It's precise. Rouse him and learn his activity. Sun Tzu adds later, here, it's bait. Feints, whispers, shadows. I've roused. A colleague vied. I'll lead. I nodded, try this, he lunged. I slipped ahead. Themistocles roused Xerxes, we flee, Xerxes bit. Lost. Cast a lure. They leap, you land. This builds all. Hide your strength. Formless. Know them, mysterious. When first directed. Chaos stirs, control bends, this twists. A client haggled, too high, I mused, others pay, they paid. Misdirection turns their map to yours. Beyond war, life stage. This isn't just battle, it's breath. A rival rises. Don't clash. Blur. I'm here, not there. They miss, you move. A fear grips. Don't fight. Fade. What's real? It shrinks, you stand. A goal resists, don't force. Veil. I'll shift. It yields, you gain. Sun Tzu's script is yours. Work, love, self. Direct, don't duel. The cost of clarity. Show your hand and they strike. He cannot fathom our intent. Lose this and you lose. Hitler saw Normandy late, too clear, too dead. I've paid. Plans loud. Rivals ready, thwarted. Subtlety saves. Transparency sinks. Sound rings, foes rally. Silence reigns, you rule. A daily weave. Live it. 5 minutes, who's my foe? Task, soul, strife. Name it. Subtle? Hint. Maybe this, not that. Mysterious? Quiet, say less, do more. Direct, they'll turn, I'll take. I do, morning. What's clear? Night, what did I cloud? Small, they guessed I got builds vast. Deception veils, control pulls, this writes. The reward of mastery. This shifts all. Dreams glide, foes falter, paths part. Pain bends, mysteries melt it. Winds grow, fates fold to yours. I face no fray plane, they drift, I drive. Themistocles' straits, Han Exion's hush, yours too. Sun Tzu's art isn't loud. It's light, cast by shadow. You're not seen, you're sovereign. Call to direct. What's your fight? Work looms, hearts jar, see it. Blur it, subtle, silent. Steer it, formless, soundless. Hide your play. Know their pulse, when your mind. Seize the storm, sway their step, end their war. This rules it. Foes wait, work, will, world. Direct them, wise, wild. Sun Tzu didn't shout, he shaped. You don't need force, you need this. Their fate's yours. Take it. Calculate before you act. In the rush of life, where instinct often drives and haste tempts, Sun Tzu plants a steady hand. Victory hinges not on the speed of the strike, but on the stillness before it. After mastering deception, awareness, mental triumph, chaos, control, non-combat mastery, and misdirection, this lesson anchors the journey. Ponder and deliberate before you make a move. Who wishes to fight must first count the cost. If quick, I survive. If not quick, I am lost. This is death. This isn't hesitation, it's calculation. A measured pause to weigh the price, map the path, and strike only when the scales tip in your favor. Building on the silent precision of earlier lessons, this principle ensures that every action is a step toward survival, not a stumble toward ruin. The strategist doesn't leap. He looks, counts, then lands. Swift when ready, never rash. The weight of deliberation. Picture a general on a hill, battle looming. Soldiers eager, enemy near. He could charge, blood-hot, banners high. Instead, he sits, maps unrolled, scouts heard, numbers tallied. The fight waits, his mind moves. Sun Tzu's call to ponder and deliberate is this: act not from impulse, but from insight. I've rushed, chased a job, words flying, no plan, only to crash, outmaneuvered, spent. Then I learned. A quiet hour. What's my aim? What's the risk? Before a pitch won it clean. Deception hid my play, control shaped their step, this weighed my win. This isn't delay, it's design. In 1805, at Austerlitz, Napoleon didn't rush the Austro-Russian line. He pondered terrain, morale, timing. He saw, waited, struck. Victory followed. Deliberation isn't fear. It's force, sharpened by thought. Counting the cost. Who wishes to fight must first count the cost. This is your ledger, not of gold, but of will, time, loss. Every battle bleeds soldiers, spirit, chance. Sun Tzu demands you ask, what's the price? I've ignored this, launched a venture, it'll work, no funds checked, no fallback. It sank, I paid stress, regret. Now I count, a goal, what's my time? Their gain, my loss. Success sticks when the math holds. History warns too. In 1914, Germany's Schlieffen Plan raced. France in 6 weeks. No pause. They didn't count. Russia's rise, trenches toll. Victory slipped. War dragged. Contrast Nelson at Trafalgar, 1805. He tallied. Ships, wind, foes split, then struck. Won. Knowing your enemy finds the flaw, winning first sees the end. This pays the bill. Speed when ready. If quick, I survive. If not quick, I am lost. This is death. Speed matters, but only after thought. Rashness kills. Readiness thrives. In 331 BCE at Gaugamela, Alexander faced Darius, Persians vast, chaos ripe. He didn't lunge. He calculated. Cavalry hid, center weak. Then struck, swift as wind. Their line shattered. Quick came from care. Survival followed. I felt this, a deadline loomed now. I flailed, failed. Later I shifted, planned. Steps, time, move, then flew, finished. Chaos offered chance. Misdirection veiled my pace, this timed it. Sun Tzu's quick isn't reckless. It's ripe, a thunderbolt from stillness. The balance of thought and action. This isn't paralysis, think too long, lose its precision. Ponder, yes. Freeze, no. Move not unless you see an advantage. Sun Tzu says elsewhere, here it fits. See first, then sprint. I've overthought. Chances passed, doubt grew, but learned. Set a line, hours up, go. Napoleon pondered days, struck hours, balance won. Count fast, act faster. Life's pulse demands it. At Cannae, 216 BCE, Hannibal weighed. Rome's pride, his trap, then moved, encircled, triumphed. Deliberation set, speed sealed. Your fight, work, words. Needs this. What's my edge? Count, risk low, gain high, then leap. The price of haste. Ignore this and death looms, not always flesh, but failure's sting. This is death. Lost time, lost trust, lost will. Napoleon's Russia, 1812. Haste ignored. Winter, distance, supply, empire bled. I've died small. Spoke rash, your wrong, bond broke. Chased blind. I'll take, job burned. Sun Tzu's cost uncounted is ruin paid late. Haste is loud. Loss is louder. Beyond war, life's ledger. This stretches, life's your war. A job offer, don't grab. Ponder, pay, strain. Fit, count. Hours, peace, growth, move quick, win steady. A fight bruise, don't snap. See, what's at stake? Weigh words, hurt, heal, speak fast, men sure. A dream calls, don't dive. Plan, steps, cost, end, act swift, rise firm. Sun Tzu's math is yours, work, love, self. Count, then conquer. The mindset of the calculator. Shift your mind, I don't rush. Most leap, now's mine, and fall. Sun Tzu's master pauses. Is it mine? I've shifted. A chance flared. Take it. I stopped. What's the toll? Saw not yet, waited one bigger. Winning first saw it, control held it, this priced it. Haste chases. Thought chooses. A daily scale. Live it. 5 minutes, what's my move? Task, talk, try, name it. Ponder, why this? What's gained? Count, time, loss, win? Quick, go now, sure. I do, morning. What's next? Night. Did I weigh? Small, I planned, I took, builds vast. Deception hides, chaos stirs, this measures. The reward of precision. This shifts all. Dreams root, planned, not plunged. Pain bends, cost seen, not born. Winds grow, price paid, prize held. I face no fray blind, step set. Fate mine. Alexander's charge, Nelson's sweep, yours too. Sun Tzu's math isn't guess. It's gain, carved by care. You're not rushed, you're right. Call to count. What's your fight? Work pulls, heart pushes. See it. Weigh it, what's my cost? Move it, swift, sure. Hide your play. Know their pulse. Win your mind. Seize the storm. Sway their step. End their war. This prices it. Battles wait, work, soul, world. Calculate them, wise, swift. Sun Tzu didn't haste, he hit. You don't need speed, you need this. The scale tips, you triumph. Leverage small advantages. In a world that often equates triumph with grand gestures. Armies amassed, battles roared, efforts exhaustive. Sun Tzu offers a quieter path to victory. The power of the small, wielded with precision. After mastering deception, self-knowledge, mental preparation, chaos, control, non-combat strategy, misdirection, and calculation. This lesson refines the art. Great results can be achieved with small forces. Move not unless you see an advantage. Fight not unless the position is critical. This isn't about overwhelming force. It's about leveraging slight edges, acting only when gain is clear, and striking only when the moment demands. Building on the subtle mastery of earlier lessons, this principle proves that success doesn't require vast resources, but sharp insight and disciplined restraint. The strategist wins not by doing more, but by doing less better. The strength of the small. Imagine a battlefield. 2 armies face off, one vast, lumbering, loud. The other lean, swift, silent. The giant swings wide. The small slips through, strikes once, wins all. Sun Tzu's genius lies here. Size doesn't dictate success. Strategy does. Great results can be achieved with small forces. Isn't wishful. It's proven. I've lived this. A project loomed, team tiny, time short. I didn't flail. I focused, key tasks, quick wins, delivered big. Deception hid my limits, calculation timed my move, this scaled it. History echoes this. In 490 BCE at Marathon, the Athenians, outnumbered by Persia's horde, didn't sprawl. They tightened, wings strong, center thin, then struck, broke the line. Small forces, great gain. Victory isn't in mass, it's in method. Moving only for advantage. Move not unless you see an advantage. This is your filter, a guard against waste. Every step costs energy, time, will. Why spend unless it pays? I've leaped blind. Chased a job, no edge, just hope. Landed flat, drained. Then I shifted. A chance came. What's my gain? Saw none, stayed still, saved strength. Later, a real edge, they need this moved one. Chaos offered openings, control shaped them, this chose them. In 1800, at Marengo, Napoleon trailed, outnumbered, outfought. He didn't rush. He saw reinforcements near, enemies stretched, waited, moved when advantage gleamed, turned defeat to triumph. Sun Tzu's restraint isn't passivity. It's power, held till ripe. Fighting only when critical. Fight not unless the position is critical. This is your line, a stand reserved for musts. Battles bleed. Save them for when stakes peak. I fought small, argued points, pushed petty, won nothing, lost peace. Then I learned. A clash brewed. Is this key? No, let it fade. Another. This defines me. Stood. Prevailed. Winning first saw the end. Misdirection veiled my stance. This picked my ground. At Salamis, 480 BCE, Themistocles faced Xerxes' fleet. Vast, fierce. He didn't scatter, he waited, straits tight, position critical, then fought, sank them. Small force, critical spot, great result. Sun Tzu's fight isn't frequent. It's final. The art of leverage. Leverage turns less to more, a fulcrum, not a flood. Small forces thrive on this. Find the pivot, weakness, timing, need, push light, tip heavy. I've leveraged. A rival surged. Big team, loud plan. I watched, found their haste, pitched lean, one quiet. Control tired them, calculation weighed it, this lifted it. Hannibal at Cannae, 216 BCE, outnumbered, pivoted. Center yielded, wings closed, small force, massive win. This isn't luck, it's law. A pebble fells Goliath when aimed. A whisper shifts a room when timed. Sun Tzu small is sharp, less force, more focus. Seeing the edge. To move for advantage, you must see it, eyes open, mind clear. Know yourself, know your enemy, finds it. This takes it. I've missed. Chased a goal, it's mine, no gain, just grind. Now I scan. A task, what's my angle? Skill fits, I move. No fit, I hold. At Trafalgar, 1805, Nelson saw enemy line long, wind his. Split it, small fleet, big blow. Advantage isn't loud. It's there, waiting. Life's edges glow. A job, they lack this, I have it, step. A fight, they're wrong, I'm calm, stand. A dream, this step's mine, go. Chaos stirs them. This spots them. Choosing the ground. Critical positions demand fight, choose them rare, choose them right. Ponder and deliberate sets this. Here it strikes. I've picked wrong, battled pride, lost more. Picked right, held truth, gained all. At Gettysburg, 1863, Lee fought, hill not critical, cost too high, lost. Contrast Leonidas at Thermopylae. Pass narrow, position key, small band. Vast delay. Sun Tzu's critical isn't every hill. It's the hill. Your ground work, heart, waits. A stand, this stays fight. A slight, this passes yield. Control sways them, deception hides you, this claims it. Beyond war, life's leverage. This isn't just battle, it's breath. Career, small skill, big niche, don't chase all, take yours. A bond, quiet word. Key moment, don't brawl, mend smart. A goal, single step, clear gain, don't sprawl, climb sure. Sun Tzu small is yours, work, love, self. Less force, more fate. The cost of excess. Move blind, fight all, and you break. Great results with small forces. Ignore this and small becomes spent. Napoleon's Russia, vast army, no edge, froze. I've overreached, pushed wide. I'll do it, cracked thin. Sun Tzu's waste is loss. His thrift is life. A daily gauge. Live it. 5 minutes, what's my fight? Task foe will name it. Advantage. This gains, this waits, move or hold. Critical. This can fight or pass. I do morning. What's small? Night. Did it grow? Tiny, I stepped, it worked, builds huge. Deception veils, calculation weighs, this wins. The reward of efficiency. This shifts all. Dreams rise, small seeds, vast roots. Pain bends, less strain, more strength. Winds stack, edges turn tides. I face no fray, full, small moves, big marks. Nelson's split, Hannibal's trap, yours too. Sun Tzu's small isn't weak. It's wise, one with wit. You're not stretched, you're strong. A call to leverage. What's your edge? Work waits, heart sway, see it. Take it small, sure. Hide your play. Know their pulse, win your mind. Seize the storm, sway their step. End their war, weigh your cost. This lifts it. Fights weight, work, soul, world. Leverage them, lean, lethal. Sun Tzu didn't flood, he flowed. You don't need all, you need this. The small shines, you soar. Manage forces and lead. In the swirl of strategy, where deception cloaks, knowledge pierces, and small moves topple giants. Sun Tzu turns to the heart of enduring victory, the people who carry it. After mastering the arts of hiding intent, knowing your enemy, winning mentally, seizing chaos, controlling foes, avoiding fights, misdirecting, calculating costs, and leveraging edges. This lesson binds them. Treat your men as you would your own beloved sons, and they will follow you into the deepest valley. A leader leads by example, not by force. This isn't about wielding power, it's about inspiring it, managing your forces with care and leading through presence, not pressure. Building on the silent mastery of earlier lessons, this principle ensures that your strength isn't just in plans, but in those who execute them, loyal, willing, and driven by your model, not your mandates. The bond of care. Imagine an army on the brink. Cold, weary, odds steep. One general barks orders, whip in hand. Another shares bread, stands firm, speaks as kin. Which marches on? Sun Tzu's answer is clear. Treat your men as you would your own beloved sons. Care breeds loyalty. Loyalty breeds courage. I've seen this. A team faltered, deadlines tight, morale low. I didn't push. I pulled, listened, helped, stood with them. They rallied, not from fear, but trust. Calculation weighed the task, control shaped the pace. This held them. This isn't soft, it's steel. In 1805, at Trafalgar, Nelson didn't command from afar. He sailed with his men, shared their risks, England expects, and they fought to the end, victorious. Care isn't coddling. It's connection. A bond that turns men to mountains, into the deepest valley. They will follow you into the deepest valley. This is the reward, a force unbroken by shadow. Loyalty isn't bought, it's built. In 1944, at Bastogne, General McAuliffe faced encirclement. Germans vast, supplies gone. He didn't flee, he stayed nuts. With his troops, cold but unbowed. They held not from orders but faith. He was theirs, they his. Small forces won big. Care carried them. I felt this small. A friend struggled, grief deep, hope thin. I didn't preach. I sat, quiet, there. They rose not from force, but presence. Sun Tzu's valley isn't just war. It's life's lows, crossed by those you lift. Leading by example. A leader leads by example, not by force. This is your torch, not your chain. Force bends backs. Example lifts hearts. I forced, do this, team dragged, spirit flat. Then I shifted. A late night. I'll stay, worked beside, showed the way. They followed, not pushed, but pulled. Misdirection veiled my strain. Leverage turned my effort. This lit the path. History shines here. In 1191, at Arsuf, Richard the Lionheart didn't shout from behind. He rode, sword high, into Saladin's line. His knights charged, not from fear, but fire. He led. They lived it. Sun Tzu's example isn't words. It's work. A mirror they match. Managing forces. Treat your men extends. Your forces are more than bodies. Their will, skill, spirit. Manage them wise, waste not, wield well. I've burned out. Pushed a team too far, cracks showed. Now I gauge. Who's strong? Who's stretched? Tasks fit, rest given, strength grows. Nelson knew his ships. Fast here, frail there. Used them right, won tight. Calculation counts the cost. This keeps the core. In 216 BCE, Hannibal managed, cavalry swift, center thin, didn't overreach, struck smart. Small forces, great results, care honed them. Your force, time, friends, self, thrives when tended, not torn. The power of influence. Force fades. Influence endures. Not by force shifts power, yours isn't taken, it's given. I've influenced. A project lagged, I started, they joined, momentum built. Richard's charge wasn't coercion, his valor called. They answered. Sun Tzu's leader isn't loud. He's light. A pull, not a push. At Stalingrad, 1942, Chukov didn't whip, hold the Volga, he fought with them, grit shared. Soviets stood. Influence won. Chaos offered chance, control held them, this moved them. You don't drive, you draw. Beyond war, life's forces. This isn't just battle, it's breath. Your teamwork, kin, needs care. A colleague, you're enough, lifts them. A child, I'll try, guides them. Led, don't yell. Show. I'm here, they follow. Forces, energy, hope, grow when led, not lashed. Sun Tzu's sons are yours, Work, love, self. Tend them, shine. The cost of coercion. Force breaks, backs bend, wills snap. No nation benefits from prolonged warfare, nor from pressed men. I've coerced now. Team quit, trust died. Hitler's orders, stand or die, lost men, lost war. McAuliffe's care held, force folds. Sun Tzu's push is loss, his pull is life. A daily lead, live it. 5 minutes, who's my force? Team soul ties, name it. Care? I'll hear, I'll help lift them. Example? I'll do, they'll see. Lead them. I do, morning. Who's with? Night. Did I show? Small, I worked, they rose, builds deep. Deception hides, leverage lifts, this binds. The reward of loyalty, this shifts all. Dreams root, teams trust, paths hold. Pain bends, care heals, not harms. Winds grow, suns stand, not scatter. I lead, no force frail, they follow, I rise. Nelson's fleet, Hannibal's band, yours too. Sun Tzu's care isn't soft. It's steel, forged by faith. You're not feared, you're followed. A call to lead. Who's your force? Work strives, hearts seek. See them. Tend them, you're mine. Hold them. Show them this way, guide them. Hide your play. Know their pulse when your mind. Seize the storm. Sway their step. End their war. Weigh your cost. Lift their edge. This leads them. Valleys wait, work will world. Led them calm, clear. Sun Tzu didn't rule, he rallied. You don't need force, you need this. They follow, you flourish. Be flexible and adapt. In a world of flux, where plans twist, foes shift, and ground trembles, Sun Tzu unveils a truth as fluid as it is formidable. Rigidity courts ruin, adaptability claims victory. After mastering deception, self-knowledge, mental preparation, chaos, control, non-combat strategy, misdirection, calculation, small advantages, and leadership, this lesson flows naturally. Just as water retains no constant shape, so in warfare there are no constant conditions. Be where your enemy is not. This isn't about clinging to a fixed path. It's about bending with the current, striking where gaps emerge. Building on the dynamic mastery of earlier lessons, this principle ensures you thrive not by force, but by formlessness, moving like water to outmaneuver and overcome. The strategist doesn't stand stiff. He adapts, flows, wins. The nature of water. Picture a river. Rocks rise, banks narrow, storms swell. It doesn't fight. It finds over, around, through. Always forward, shape ever new. Sun Tzu's metaphor is this. Water retains no constant shape. War, life, shifts. Allies turn, tools fail, skies change. I've clung, pushed a plan, rigid, this must work, only to crack when it didn't. Then I flowed, a job shifted. No chance. I bent. What's open? Found better. Deception hid my pivot, calculation timed it, this carried it. This isn't weakness, it's wisdom. In 331 BCE at Gaugamela, Alexander faced Darius, Persian mass fixed, predictable. He didn't lock, he flowed, cavalry curved, center flexed, struck where they weren't. Water won, rigidity broke. No constant conditions. There are no constant conditions. This is your truth, a call to shed the stiff. Plans etch stone, reality carves sand. I planned this week this way, then a call, a crash, gone. Now I see. What's now? A team faltered. All set. Tech died. I adapted. Handed off, we rolled. Chaos offered chance, leadership held us, this shaped us. History proves it. In 1940, France's Maginot Line stood, concrete, sure, Germany flowed through Ardennes around. Conditions shifted. France fell. Sun Tzu's war isn't fixed. It's free. A dance with the moment. Be where they aren't. Be where your enemy is not. This is your strike. Avoid they miss. Enemies guard fronts, you slip sides. I fought head-on, rival pitched, I pushed, stuck even. Then I turned. They bragged, we're here. I went there. I'll take this, one quiet. Control tired them, leverage took it, this found it. At Kenny, 216 BCE, Hannibal faced Rome. Strong, direct. He didn't meet, he moved center thin, wings wide, where Rome wasn't, he struck, encircled. Small force, vast win, absence was his aim. Sun Tzu's gap isn't empty. It's yours. The power of flexibility. Flexibility turns tides, rigid snaps, fluid flows. Like water, Sun Tzu says, soft till stone splits. I've snapped, held a goal, this or bust, lost all. Now I bend. A dream stalled, next path. Twist, thrive. Misdirection veiled my shift, small edges grew it, this freed it. In 1805, at Trafalgar, Nelson faced a line Franco-Spanish fixed, long. He didn't match, he split 2 columns, their gap one fast. Flexibility isn't flight, it's fight, shaped anew, adapting to the shift. Adaptation demands sight. What's changed? Then speed. What's mine? I've lagged, clung to old, it worked, till it didn't. Now I watch a plan, set. Client shifts, new need, I turn, meet it. Winning first saw it, calculation weighed it, this moved it. At Stalingrad, 1942, Soviets faced Germany. Dug in, fierce. They didn't ram. They flowed. Flanks weak, winter harsh, encircled. Won. Conditions turned. They turned faster. Sun Tzu's flow isn't guess. It's grasp, swift and sure. Beyond war, life's current. This isn't just battle, it's breath. Work shifts, no deal, don't lock. Flow, what's next? New win. Love bends, they're off, don't cling. Shift, I'm here, heal smart. Self sways, I can't, don't stick. Turn, I'll try, rise steady. Sun Tzu's water is yours, work, heart, will. Bend, don't break. The cost of rigidity. Stand stiff and you sink. No constant conditions. Ignore this and cracks claim you. France's line set, sure shattered. I've paid, held away, my way, world moved. I didn't, lost. Sun Tzu's rigid is ruin. His fluid is rise. A daily flow. Live it. 5 minutes, what's fixed? Task, tie, thought, name it. Conditions? This shifts, that stays. See it. We're not. They're here, I'll there. Take it. I do, morning. What's firm? Night. Did I bend? Small, I turned, it worked, builds wide. Deception hides, leverage lifts, this flows. The reward of fluidity. This shifts all. Dreams drift, flow finds them. Pain twists, bend heals it. Winds weave, gaps turn gains. I face no fray stuck, paths open, I pass. Alexander's curve, Nelson's split, yours too. Sun Tzu's water isn't frail. It's force, won by flex. You're not bound, you're boundless. Call to adapt. What's your stone? Work locks, hearts drift. See it. Bend it, where's free? Move it. Hide your play. Know their pulse, win your mind. Seize the storm. Sway their step. End their war. Weigh your cost. Lift their edge. Lead your force. This shapes it. Fights weight, work, soul, world. Flow them soft, swift. Sun Tzu didn't fight, he fitted. You don't need fixed, you need this. The current calls, you conquer. Break their will to fight. In the clash of wills, where swords glint and voices rise, Sun Tzu reveals a deeper victory. The battle won not by blood, but by breaking the spirit that fuels it. After mastering deception, self-knowledge, mental triumph, chaos, control, non-combat strategy, misdirection, calculation, small advantages, leadership, and adaptability. This lesson refines the art. One need not destroy one's enemy. One need only destroy his willingness to engage. The captured soldiers should be kindly treated and kept. This isn't about annihilation. It's about attrition of resolve, turning foes into the unresisting through strategy and unexpected grace. Building on the subtle power of earlier lessons, this principle ensures triumph by disarming the heart, not just the hand, proving that the strategist's true strength lies in ending resistance without endless ruin. The will as the target. Imagine an army. Ranks tight, banners high, eyes fierce. Now picture them faltering. Lines loose, heads low, fight gone. Sun Tzu's insight is this: destroy his willingness. Not his men, not his walls, but his want. A body falls, a will breaks. Only the latter ends the war. I've pushed, argued hard, 1 points, yet resistance lingered, draining me. Then I shifted. A rival pressed. I'll take this. I eased. Take it, I'm fine. Their fire faded. I stood firm. Deception hid my calm. Control sapped their push. This broke their spark. This isn't mercy, it's mastery. In 1945, after Berlin fell, Allied forces didn't raise, Germans surrendered, will spent. Sun Tzu's target isn't flesh. It's fight, the root of all. Not destruction, but disarmament. One need not destroy. This flips the game. Kill and you breed hate. Break will and you birth peace. In 221 BCE, Qin Shi Huang didn't slaughter every rival. He persuaded, absorbed, subdued. Armies knelt, not from fear, but fatigue. War's point lost. I've destroyed small. Pushed a point, crushed a foe, won dust. Then I learned, a debate, you're right, their guard dropped, I gained more. Non-combat saw the end, adaptability turned it, this sealed it. At Appomattox, 1865, Grant didn't crush Lee, terms fair, will gone, Civil War closed. Sun Tzu's ruin isn't wreck. It's release, their drive undone. The power of kindness. The captured soldiers should be kindly treated and kept. This is your twist, a blade of grace. Force breeds foes. Care breeds friends. In 207 BCE, Liu Bang faced Xiang Yu. Captives taken, not slain, fed, freed, won over. Xiang's men drifted. Liu's grew. Kindness broke where terror built it. I've kept this. A team rival, you failed, I helped. Next time they turned not against, but with. Leadership held them, small edges grew them, this won them. In 1944, after D-Day, Allies treated German POWs well-fed. Housed, resistance waned, loyalty shifted. Sun Tzu's kindness isn't weak. It's wise, a pull that snaps their push. Breaking the spirit. How do you break will? It's all before. Hide intent. They can't see. Confusion grows. Control them, they tire, hope fades. Offer peace. They yield, fight dies. I've broken. A foe raged. I'll win. I stayed calm, gave space, they burned out, I rose. Misdirection baffled them, calculation timed it, this drained it. In 480 BCE, at Salamis, Themistocles broke Xerxes. Not ships alone, but spirit, fleet trapped, escape slim, will sank with the tide. Sun Tzu's break isn't loud. It's low, a whisper that ends wars. Beyond war, life's resolve. This isn't just battle, it's breath. A rival strives, don't crush. Sap you take, I'll shift. They slack, you gain. A fear fights, don't force. Ease, it's fine. It fades, you stand. A goal resists, don't smash. Sway, I'll help. It bends, you build. Sun Tzu's will is yours, work, love, self. Break their fight, not their frame. The cost of force. Destroy all, and you sow seeds, hate festers, fights renew. No prolonged warfare benefits, nor endless foes. I forced, won around, lost a bond, strife lingered. Japan's surrender, 1945. Kept, not crushed, peace held. Sun Tzu's push breeds pain, his pull breeds pause. A daily break, live it. 5 minutes, who fights? Task, foe, doubt, name it. Will? They want this, see it. Break? I'll ease, I'll aid, end it. I do, morning. What's tense? Night. Did I soften? Small, they stopped, I stepped, builds wide. Control sways, kindness turns, this stills. The reward of resolve. This shifts all. Dreams rise, foes fade, paths clear. Pain bends, will breaks, not bones. Winds grow, spirits yield, not swords. I face no fray, full fight falls, I rise. Liu Bang's grace, Grant's terms, yours too. Sun Tzu's break isn't harsh. It's high, won by heart. You're not feared, you're free. Call to disarm. What's your war? Work strives, hearts clash. See it. Sap it, no need, soften it. Hide your play. Know their pulse, win your mind. Seize the storm. Sway their step. End their war. Weigh your cost. Lift their edge. Lead your force. Flow your way. This breaks it. Fights wait, work, soul, world. Still them, calm, kind. Sun Tzu didn't slay, he swayed. You don't need wreck, you need this. There will wanes, you win. Be cautious in relationships. In the web of human bonds, where trust tempts and loyalty lures, Sun Tzu casts a wary eye, urging vigilance over vulnerability. After mastering deception, self-knowledge, mental triumph, chaos, control, non-combat strategy, misdirection, calculation, small advantages, leadership, adaptability, and breaking will, this lesson sharpens your guard. Never trust a friend who is silent about your flaws. If your friend is friends with your enemy, it means that you should not hang out with this friend. Beware of sugar that is mixed with poison. This isn't about isolation, it's about insight, a strategic lens on those you let near. Building on the discerning power of earlier lessons, this principle ensures your alliances strengthen, not sabotage your path, teaching you to sift truth from treachery in the quiet spaces of relationship. The silence of flaws. Never trust a friend who is silent about your flaws. This is your first watch, a test of intent. True allies speak, "You're off here," not to wound but to ward. Silence hides cowardice, envy, or worse. I've trusted blind. A friend nodded, "You're fine." As I stumbled, ambition unchecked. Later, they gained where I fell, silence served them, not me. Then I saw a real mate warned, "Slow down," saved me. Knowing myself found my edge. This found my guard. History cuts clear. In 44 BCE, Caesar trusted Brutus, silent on flaws, close till the knife. Words unspoken stab deepest. Sun Tzu's trust isn't free. It's earned, voiced in truth. Friends of foes. If your friend is friends with your enemy, it means that you should not hang out with this friend. This is your line, a boundary of loyalty. Shared circles split trust, secrets leak, sides blur. I've crossed this. A pal laughed with my rival, no harm. Till plans I shared surfaced there, twisted against me. Pain taught. Who's with them? Now I step back. You're tied. I'm out, safe. Deception hid my shift. Adaptability bent me. This cut the cord. In 1803, Aaron Burr dined with Hamilton's foes. Friends overlapped, trust frayed, duel followed. Sun Tzu's friend isn't dual, he's yours or not at all. Sugar and poison. Beware of sugar that is mixed with poison. This is your taste, a sift of sweet from sharp. Flattery cloaks fangs. Praise today, pain tomorrow. I've sipped. A colleague gushed, "You're great," then undercut, "He's weak to climb." Bitterness lingered. I learned. Why this now? A true lift, good but grow, built me. Misdirection veiled their play. Calculation weighed their words. This caught their brew. In 1587, Mary Stuart fell. Walsingham's letters, sweet with aid, poisoned with proof. Her neck met the axe. Sun Tzu's sugar isn't gift. It's guise, a trap to test. The art of caution. Caution isn't cold, it's clear. Know your enemy maps foes. This maps friends. I've opened wide, they're mine. Till silence, ties, or flattery bit. Now I watch. What's unsaid? Who's near? What's too smooth? A team lead, quiet on my haste. Rivals lunch, perfect. Huh? I pulled back, one alone. Control sways them, leadership lifts true. This shields me. At Agincourt, 1415, Henry V eyed allies. French whispers, English steel. He trusted few, stood firm, triumphed. Sun Tzu's caution isn't fear. It's fence. A gate you guard. Seeing the signs. Vigilance demands sight. What's off? Silence, no nudge, doubt grows. Ties, they're close, lines blur. Sweet, too much, taste turns. I've missed. A friend hushed, all good, slipped my flaw to others. Now I see. A pause? Why not? A link with them? A glow. For what? Chaos stirs clues. Small edges show them. This reads them. In 1863, Lincoln watched. McClellan's quiet, rivals nod, relieved him, saved the Union. Sun Tzu's signs aren't loud. They're low, a hum you hear. Beyond war, life's bonds. This isn't just battle, it's breath. Work ties. Great job, silent on slips? Step back. Love links, they're fine. Enemies pal? Step off. Self-talks. You're enough. Too sweet? Step up. Sun Tzu's watch is yours. Work, heart, will. Guard, don't give. The cost of blindness. trust blind, and you bleed, secret spill, backs turn, trust twists. Beware the fly on the snake. I've flown. A mate hid, no issue, my fall fed their rise. Caesar's blood, burrs shot, blindness bites. Sun Tzu's lapse is loss. His look is life. A daily sift. Live it. 5 minutes, who's near? Friend, kin, voice, name it. Silent. What's hid? Check it. Tied. To them? Cut it. Sweet. Why now? Test it. I do morning. Who's true? Night. Did I see? Small, they slipped, I stood, build safe. Deception spots, calculation ways, this sorts. The reward of discernment. This shifts all. Dreams root, ties true, paths pure. Pain bends, false falls, strength stays. Winds grow, trust tight, not torn. I face no bond blind. Flaws voiced, foes far, sugar sifted. Henry's stand, Lincoln's shift, yours too. Sun Tzu's caution isn't cage. It's crown, won by care. You're not duped, you're deft. A call to watch. Who's your friend? Work nods, hearts lean. See them. Test them, speak, split, sour. Sift them. Hide your play. Know their pulse when your mind. Seize the storm. Sway their step. End their war. Weigh your cost. Lift their edge. Lead your force. Flow your way. Break their will. This guards it. Bonds weight, work, soul, world. Watch them, wise, wary. Sun Tzu didn't fall, he filtered. You don't need all, you need this. The mask lifts, you master. Balance, strategy, and tactics. In the dance of conquest, where every step counts and every misstep costs. Sun Tzu unveils a harmony that binds vision to action, purpose to precision. After mastering deception, self-knowledge, mental triumph, chaos, control, non-combat strategy, misdirection, calculation, small advantages, leadership, adaptability, breaking will, and relational caution, this lesson ties the threads. Strategy without tactics is the slowest route to victory. Tactics without strategy is the noise before defeat. This isn't about choosing one. It's about blending both, ensuring that grand plans find footing and swift moves find direction. Building on the layered mastery of earlier lessons, this principle guarantees success not through force or flurry, but through the steady rhythm of strategy guiding tactics, tactics serving strategy. A balance that turns intent into triumph. The dance of two forces. Imagine a general. Maps sprawl, goals gleam, yet troops stumble, lost in the how. Or picture another. Swords flash, charges fly, but no end in sight, just chaos. Sun Tzu's balance is this: strategy without tactics drags, vision clear, path vague, while tactics without strategy crashes. Action bold, aim blind. I've leaned hard, planned big. I'll rise, no steps stalled, rushed fast. I'll take, no aim fell, then I synced. Where to? How now? A job won steady. Calculation weighed it, adaptability bent it, this paired it. This isn't split, it's synergy. In 1805 at Austerlitz, Napoleon strategized. Lure them down, split their line, then tacticked. Feint weak, strike fast, victory sang. Sun Tzu's dance isn't one note. It's two, tuned tight. Strategy, the slow road alone. Strategy without tactics is the slowest route. This is your map, grand but grounded. Vision sets the star. I'll build this. Yet without moves, it fades. I've dreamed wide, lead here, no daily do, years slipped. Then I paired goal, top roll. Step, learn this, climb sure. Leadership saw the end, small edges took it, this paced it. History nods. In 1917, Russia planned, revolution, power. Yet tactics lagged, food short, troops loose, chaos crawled. Contrast Nelson, 1805, Trafalgar, strategy. Break their line, tactics. Split swift, wind flew. Sun Tzu slow is stall, his balance is speed. Tactics, the noise before fall. Tactics without strategy is the noise. This is your flurry, fierce but frail. Action shines, I'll do, yet know why it flops. I flailed, pitched wild. Look here. No plan, no gain. Noise deafened, defeat followed. Then I aimed, why pitch? Win trust. How? Show this quiet hit. Misdirection veiled it, control shaped it, this aimed it. In 1813, at Leipzig, Napoleon's tactics. Charge, hold, gleamed, but strategy blurred. Foes united, end lost, noise roared, he sank. Sun Tzu's noise is rush. His silence is strike. The harmony of both. Balance binds. Strategy asks what. Tactics answer how. I've harmonized what grow here. How step their roots spread. At Gaugamela, 331 BCE, Alexander strategized, break their mass. Tacticked, cavalry curve, center yield, Darius fled. Deception hid the curve, adaptability flowed it, this synced it. This isn't clash, it's craft. A project loomed, what finished strong. How split tasks, push now, done clean. Sun Tzu's balance isn't pick. It's play. A duet that wins. Seeing the whole. Harmony demands sight. Where am I? Where next? Then steps, what now? I've missed. Chase tasks. This, that. No thread, tangled. Dreamed vague. Someday no grip, gone. Now I see goal lead team. Move. Meet this path glows. Chaos stirred it, calculation weighed it, this wove it. In 1944, D-Day strategy. Take France. Tactics. Land here, push there, allies rose. Sun Tzu's whole isn't half. It's full vision plus vim. Beyond war, life's blend. This isn't just battle, it's breath. Work calls, what rise up? How skill this? Don't rush blind, don't dream idle, climb smart. Love seeks, what heal us? How talk now? Don't force fast, don't wait long, men sure. Self grows, what be calm? How breathe here? Don't act wild, don't drift far, stand steady. Sun Tzu's blend is yours, work, heart, will. Pair don't part, the cost of imbalance. Lean one, lose all. Slowest route, strategy alone, drifts. I've planned, I'll get there, know how, nowhere. Noise before defeat, tactics alone dies. I've dashed, I'll try, know why, nothing. Napoleon's Russia, strategy grand, tactics thin, froze. Sun Tzu's split is slip, his sink is sore. A daily tune, live it. 5 minutes, what's my fight? Task tie, try, name it. Strategy? Where to? Set it. Tactics? How now? Do it. I do morning. What's end? Night. Did I step? Small, I aimed, I moved, builds true. Deception hides, leverage lifts, this sings. The reward of rhythm. This shifts all. Dreams root, ends clear, steps sure. Pain bends, how heals what? Winds grow, moves match aims. I face no fray flat, path set, pace right. Alexander's sweep, Nelson's split, yours too. Sun Tzu's balance isn't blur. It's beat, won by blend. You're not lost, you're linked. Call to sync. What's your war? Work pulls, heart sway, see it. Aim it where? Move it how? Hide your play, know their pulse when your mind. Seize the storm, sway their step, end their war, weigh your cost, lift their edge, lead your force, flow your way, break their will. This tunes it. Fights weight, work, soul, world. Balance them, clear, calm. Sun Tzu didn't stray, he struck. You don't need one, you need both. The rhythm rolls, you rise. Believe in yourself and persevere. In the crucible of conflict, where shadows shift, plans bend, and foes press, Sun Tzu crowns his teachings with the bedrock of all victory. The self, steadfast and sure. After mastering deception, self-knowledge, mental triumph, chaos, control, non-combat strategy, misdirection, calculation, small advantages, leadership, adaptability, breaking will, relational caution, and the balance of strategy and tactics, this lesson lights the core. You have to believe in yourself. If the mind is willing, the flesh could go on and on without many things. This isn't blind bravado. It's belief forged in resolve, a perseverance that outlasts storms. Building on the strategic mastery of earlier lessons, this principle ensures that every move, every plan, every win rests on an unyielding trust in your own strength, a mind that pushes the body past limits to claim what's yours. The power of belief. Picture a soldier, cold, weary, odds grim. He could fold, it's done, or stand, I can. Sun Tzu's call is this: believe in yourself. Not in luck, not in fate, but in you. Belief isn't wish. It's will. A spark that holds when all else fades. I've doubted. I'm not enough. A job slipped, a dream dimmed. Then I turned. I am worked nights, won it back. Knowing myself found my grit. This lit it. This isn't boast, it's base. In 1941, at Tobruk, Australian troops held. Outgunned, outmanned, we're here. Belief defied Rommel. They stood. Sun Tzu's trust isn't loud. It's long. A root that runs deep. The willing mind. If the mind is willing, the flesh could go on. This is your engine. A force beyond frail. Limits loom, hunger, hurt, halt, yet will drives past. I've hit walls. No more legs shook, hope thin than thought. I will pushed past. Leadership held my team, adaptability bent me. This bore me. History proves it. In 1944, at Bastogne, paratroopers froze, no food, no line. Yet minds held, we stay, Germans broke. Sun Tzu's flesh bends. His mind mends. Perseverance prevails. Belief as foundation. Belief underpins all. I can hide, I can know, I can win. Doubt cracks. I can't, deception fails, chaos drowns. I've cracked, they're better, lost before start. Then I built. I'm here, hit smart, struck sure, rose steady. Misdirection veiled me, balance tuned me, this steeled me. At Thermopylae, 480 BCE, Leonidas believed, we hold 300 stood, thousands stalled. Small force, vast faith, belief bound them. Sun Tzu's base isn't chance. It's choice, a stand you take. Perseverance past limits. Without many things, this is your test. A will that wants less wins more. I've quit, need rest, gave up small. Then fought, need this, no sleep, took big. Chaos offered gaps, small edges grew them, this pushed them. In 1953, Hillary climbed Everest, no air, no end, mind said, step on, summit fell. Sun Tzu's limit isn't line. It's lie, broken by belief. Beyond war, life's fire. This isn't just battle, it's breath. Work grinds, I'm done, believe. I'm not, push, rise. Love strains, it's over, trust. It's mine, hold, heal. Self-doubts, I fail, will I grow, stand, soar. Sun Tzu's fire is yours, work, heart, will. Burn, don't bend. The cost of doubt. Disbelieve and you drop, I can't. Step stall, foes strike. If quick, I survive. Doubt slows, death creeps. I've doubted, not me, lost fast. Napoleon's Waterloo. I'm enough, then faltered, fell. Sun Tzu's doubt is doom. His trust is dawn. A daily forge. Live it. 5 minutes, what's my fight? Task, tie self, name it. Believe? I can feel it. Will? I go do it. I do morning. What's hard? Night. Did I push? Small, I tried, I took, builds bold. Deception hides, perseverance holds, this fuels. The reward of resolve. This shifts all. Dreams root, belief plants, will grows. Pain bends, mind mends, flesh follows. Winds stack, trust turns, limits lift. I face no frail, self-sure path mine. Leonidas' stand, Hillary's peak, yours too. Sun Tzu's will isn't wish. It's win, wrought by want. You're not weak, you're whole. Call to believe. What's your wall? Work ways, hearts wane, see it. Trust it. I'm here. Push it. I'll pass. Hide your play. Know their pulse when your mind. Seize the storm. Sway their step. End their war. Weigh your cost. Lift their edge. Lead your force. Flow your way. Break their will. This fires it. Fights weight, work, soul, world. Will them firm, fierce. Sun Tzu didn't waver, he won. You don't need more, you need this. The mind moves, you master. And here we are, beautiful souls. 14 lessons, 14 keys. A journey complete yet just begun. Welcome to the end of Master Your Mind. Master Your Life, here at ZenLight 8, where we've walked through Sun Tzu's ancient fire together. Thank you, truly, from the depths of my heart. for stepping into this with me. You didn't just watch, you fought. You hid your strength, knew your shadows, won in silence, danced with chaos, and bent like water. You controlled, you persuaded, you calculated, you led 14 steps from flicker to flame, and now you shine. This wasn't about wars of old, it was about your war, the one within, and you've emerged not just standing but soaring. Think of it, every lesson, from that first mask of intent to this final spark of belief, built you. You've learned what kings and generals chased too late. Victory isn't in the noise, it's in the stillness, the subtle, the sure. Like Alexander turning tides with a whisper, or Nelson leading with heart, you've claimed Sun Tzu's art. Not for battlefields, but for your soul. Chaos comes, you see opportunity. Foes rise, you break their will, not their bones. Life shifts, you flow fierce and free. That's not just strength. That's you, the warrior who masters mind, masters life. ZenLight 8 isn't a stop. It's a home, and this isn't goodbye. It's a see you soon. These 14 lessons are yours to wield, to carry into every dawn, every doubt, every dream. You're not alone. Our family of light seekers grows with you. So, if this stirred something, hit that like, share it with a soul who needs it, drop a comment. What lesson lit you up? Subscribe if you haven't. More wisdom waits, more battles to win together. You've conquered the deepest valley within. Now the world's yours to shape. Take a breath, beautiful one. Feel it. No fear, just fire. You've walked with Sun Tzu, with me, with ZenLight 8, and you're not who you were. You're the strategist, the leader, the light, unshakable, unstoppable. Thank you for this journey. Your presence is our strength. Keep shining, keep mastering. See you in the next adventure. From ZenLight 8, with all my love, you're the master now.